If there is one thing many politicians of different stripes agree on, it is that a strong Alberta economy is good for the rest of our country. University of Calgary economist Trevor Tombe recently completed a study on how Alberta's economy affects the whole of Canada. He says his numbers show that Alberta's recession had a huge impact on the national economy, with Canada missing out on roughly $130 billion a year. Tombe suggests that there would be a lower unemployment rate and a balanced federal budget if Alberta was on track. Danielle Smith from Global News Radio, 770 CHQR, joins us with more on this. Are you talking to Trevor today on your show, Danielle?
Sure am. You know, sometimes politicians say platitudes, and he starts his analysis with that, you know, a strong Canada requires a strong Alberta, but in this case, it just happens to be true. And the interesting part about it is that all the spending promises that we have seen in this campaign, and there are enormous spending promises, what his analysis shows is that we could, as a country, actually afford to pay for all of that if Alberta could just get its groove back, if we just had the level of growth that British Columbia is enjoying, which is why it's such a bizarre thing to watch in the campaign, that everybody seems to be ignoring the topic of Alberta, ignoring the topic of our economy. And in some cases, if you look at Jagmeet Singh and Elizabeth May, actively campaigning against Alberta being able to restore and recover its economy. So I think that his analysis comes out at an excellent time, because especially when you've got politicians who are putting out plans that seem to only rely on debt in order to be able to fund them, he's kind of offering this. There's a better way. We could actually get Alberta back ticking on all cylinders, and then we'd be able to solve this problem for the entire country.
Does anybody care about Alberta, though, outside of Alberta?
I'm going to find out. I'm doing a joint broadcast tomorrow in Hamilton, and so it's going to be interesting for me to see. I think we in Alberta spend a lot more time thinking about our neighbors, caring about our neighbors, talking about how we can build common cause with our neighbors, than our neighbors think about it in return. And I'm really hopeful that there's some way that the work that Trevor Tombe is doing can make people understand that a country operates on the basis of everybody doing well. You can't beat up on the economy that is the driver of the entire the entire economic engine of the country and expect that you're still going to be able to meet all of your promises. So it's still 20 days to go in the campaign. I'm going to see if he has any thoughts on how we can get the rest of the country to care about the research that he's uncovered today.
Well, if there's one thing he knows, it's numbers, and certainly you're going to be looking at those in your show today. Thanks for this, Danielle.
Yeah, thank you.
You can listen to Danielle Smith on her show today starting at 9:30 on Global News Radio.